What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we have an update. So, this is the very first update of 2018 as we near the end of January. The devs dropped the update on us, and there's so much to talk about, guys. There's so much in this update that we still do not know about, and a few things that I think are pretty awesome. I think everything in this patch was pretty awesome, but there are a few unclear things that we do not yet know. So let's just jump into it, guys. So let's open up the patch notes real quick. And one pet peeve that I've had since I've been playing this game is their transparency in the patch notes. I've mailed them, or I've sent the support team a ticket before on this, but in the section where they say fixed bugs, they're very unclear with what that means. And we all know at this point that along with all the things they state on the notes, they also add a little bit of they add some convenient features to make our lives a little easier, and I wish they added those in the patch notes, but until then we'll just have to figure them out ourselves. So let's start off with those changes. So the few things that I've noticed that they've done to the game to make our lives a little easier. Let's start off with the magazines. So now if you want to add leadership to your commander, you are now able to switch over to fast mode here, and you can increase 100 times, so you can use 100 mags at once rather than using only 10 mags at once. So if you have tons of mags saved up and you want to just burn through them without having to sit there and click tons of times, this is a great feature they added here. Alright, so next thing is shield timers. So they added a little icon here. If you click on your Ark, you can see the shield timer remaining here just below your Ark. So that's pretty convenient. That way, you can see how much longer your shield has without having to go into your power up tab. And then also gear presets. I think this is awesome. So whenever you have a gear preset, you can actually look at the stats of them. So let's look at this one here, for example. So I have a Thalamus Booster 12, a Nixa's Arrogance with the Chameleon, and 2 Dragon Slayers, and you can just click on this little information icon and boom, here it shows you all the stats. And see, the one thing that I noticed about this though is one little flaw is it does not consider the stats you get from your 2 sets from your jewels. So for example, if you see here, I have a 2 set Libra, so I should be the tier suppression is not accounted for in these stats here. So I've mailed them a ticket already about this. If you guys also want to do the same, that would be awesome. I think that's very important for them to include the stats that you get from your 2 sets. So if you can see here, the total tier suppression is not included, and I should be getting 10%. So that's that. All right, now let's move on to bigger things, okay? So the fort storage is also amazing. As you can see here, let's go to details. So now they've significantly increased the fort storage cap, guys. Now it is, let's see, at level 2, which our guild fort is one, you can now store 10 million resources. At level 3, 20 million resources. I think this is amazing, guys. Yes, you're still only allowed to send 2 mil every 24 hours, but if you want to withdraw resources, you can withdraw any amount of resources at any time, okay? The limiting factor here is storing resources, which is still 2 million, or depending on the level of your guild fort, of course. But here for me, for our guild, it's 2 mil per day, per 24 hours, so it's fine, whatever. But I think it's very generous of them to increase that fort storage, so I think that's awesome. All right, the next thing is the mystery auction for the guild general mobilization. So let's go and read that real quick. The Here it says added mystery auction to the guild general mobilization event. Spend points to win items. Now, I am guessing what this is about. At the time that I'm making this video, the guild general mobilization event has not come around yet, but I have a feeling that this feature will be great for those players who really love to participate in this event, but their guild is always slacking behind, and no matter how much work an individual puts into the guild event, their guild just lets them down. And I think this is a feature that will allow those players to just say, you know what, guys, screw you. I'm just going to spend my hard earned points and exchange them for some awesome rewards. Hopefully, some unlimited crystals, magazines, who knows what. But I'll definitely be making a video on that when that comes out in the near future. But quote me on it. I may be wrong, but that's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm thinking it'll be about. I think that'll be great. So we'll see what that has in store for us. And let's talk about the changes made to the strength and weaken effect and resistance weaken effect gear. Now, I've been seeing a lot of mixed reviews. I've been seeing a lot of mixed reactions to this change. Some people saying that it's actually weaker now. Some people saying that it's way stronger. I do not know, guys. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know everything, because I really don't. But according to the notes, guys, it makes it sound like the value does not need to be as high as it used to be to get a strong effect, right? It says here that when attributes get higher, referring to that percentage, the resulting effect becomes even greater. So lots of testing still needs to be done on this topic. I have my own set of strength and weaken effect gear. I also have my own set of resistance weaken effect gear. I'll be testing it, in the upcoming galactic campaign battles or with other monsters, but it's very difficult to compare the effects of, PvE monsters versus other players, because there are just so many different factors that go into the equation, I'm pretty sure. But, guys, the best way to figure it out is to just test it. Test your own gear, test your own troops, test your own commander. That is unshredded waters right there. It's very, we don't really know. So just test, okay? So, and then the last thing, guys, this deserves its own video, but we're just going to briefly go over them, is the new gear. Okay, so we have the armor of the Tyrant, the Titan, and the gift of the Valkyrie. Now, the gift of the Valkyrie and the armor of the Titan, me personally, I think these are great items for Rogers. These two are going to make him even more unkillable. Titan is an amazing item. This is going to be a great item, okay? It kind of sucks because this Titan kind of makes the Apocalyptors pretty irrelevant and useless now, in my opinion, because people who use Apocalyptors, at least for me, I use it more for the attack. Like, if you're going for the Apocalyptors for accuracy, you're kind of dropping the ball there. A Skywalker would better suit you for if you want to go more for accuracy. The Apocalyptor is not a great accuracy source, doesn't give a lot, but this Titan just completely eliminates any stat and just gives you raw damage, just raw attack, and I think this is amazing. The requirements: Thunders, you just need 10 of these, Energy Stones, which I think is probably the most rarest or the most difficult item to acquire when it comes to forging these items. Okay, I'll definitely be making a video on each of these specifically, but yeah, guys, our pure crystals, energy stones, and this is the random part here: the Shieldra, the Thunder, and the Thalamus Booster 6. Now, so I mean, this just gives us a hint, guys, that in the near future they will probably release even more gear that require who knows, Dragon Slayers, Dirges, Whispers, everything you see here. They will most likely release more gear. Okay, so just stay tuned for that. I think this is awesome. These events, these new gear pieces are awesome. Now I highly recommend that you don't sacrifice these for this gear until you get at least one type of advanced unit, because these are very precious, the pure crystals here. But we'll get into that later, okay? But again, just these items, amazing. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. That's this update here, the very first update of January of 2018. So I'm hoping this is a great year for Ark of War. I hope you guys have enjoyed the game so far as much as I have. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you for the next one. All right, later.